Hi, everyone. Today we are going to do the second part of acid, base, and salts. So, last class, if you'll see, we had done about acid as well as bases. There we have seen what is acid. Like, if you'll see the properties of acid, if you want to identify, then we can say acid is what which leaves H plus ion in aqueous solution. Second, we have seen is what second type to identify that is what it turns red litmus paper, it turns blue litmus paper to what red litmus paper, right? And then we have seen it is a beater in test, right? Then we have seen about bases, right? Bases is what which leaves OH minus ion on aqueous solution, and then which turns red litmus paper to blue litmus paper, right? We have seen many examples also. And then we had done the chemical, like how it will behave with different elements and compounds. Like with metal, what will happen, the with oxides, how it will happen, like metal oxides as well as non-metal oxides, those things we did. And then we had done what about some organic acids, right? Those acids also I gave a data also for that. So today's class we are going to do is specifically about what types of acid, like weak and strong, concentrated or diluted acid. We'll see pH scale, this all things, indicators, we will see this all things we are going to do in these class today. So let's see first, if you'll see, we are going to see strong acid or base. So let's see what is a strong acid and what is a strong base. So strong acid and strong base, if you will see, strong acids are what which leaves uh, which leaves more H plus ion, right? Which leaves what? Which leaves more H plus ion. Which leaves more H plus ions, right? So we can give an example. HCl, H2SO4, these are what? Strong acid. It will leave more H plus ion, right? Some these all are what? Strong acids. Now, strong base, if you will see, which leaves more OH minus ions. So OH minus ions, right? Example, we can say NaOH, KOH, right, etc. So these are the strong acid and strong bases, right? Now we are going to see weak acid and weak bases, right? Weak acid and weak base. So weak acid is what? So we can say just opposite of what is strong acid, which leaves more H plus ion is strong acid. So we can say which leaves more, which leaves less H plus ion in aqueous solution. So we can say here, example is what? Carbonic acid H2CO3, phosphoric acid H3PO4, right? And organic acids also we can say, guys. Organic acid, right? We can say organic acid is what? Methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. We can say acetic acid, right? This is what? Weak acid, right? Let's see now weak bases, which leaves what? Less OH minus ion, less OH minus in aqueous solution, right? So we example we can give what, MgOH whole. Many examples are there. So this is about all about what, strong acid and strong base. Today's class no only theory will be, anyway this chapter is completely what, theory only. Now we are going to see second type, weak acid weak base we have seen. Now we are going to see concentrated acid and dilute acid or base. Concentrated acid or what, base. So concentrated acid or base, if you'll see, then we can say concentrated means pure, right? So pure acid pure base is what, concentrated, right? Concentrated means what, pure, there is no water on that, right? Pure acid pure base is what, concentrated acid. Now dilute acid or base. So dilute acid or base, if you will see, water added, right? Water is added on acid or base, right? So we can take an example, the mixing of adding of water, right? So it can be of a different type. Let's consider how we can add. Suppose acid is here, right? And then you are mixing water, right? Then what will happen? Heat will evolve with too much, right? So your face and all will burn. So you'll never use mix acid too much of heat, it will produce, right? If you'll mix acid, like if you'll mix water on acid, so this is water and this is what, acid. So you cannot do this. What we will have to do here is take a beaker, take a spoon kind of thing, and then you keep a fixed amount of water in this, right? How much water you want to put, before only we'll have to decide it. Then you slowly put what, acids here, and then you what, stir it also. Then we can say it will be safe, and by that way we can what, dilute it. So concentrated acid and concentrated base is what, pure acid pure base. Dilute acid or dilute base is what here. The same way we will do in base also. First we will put water, and then on that we will put what, bases, right? Slowly, and we'll stir it also slowly. Fine. Now indicators, it is easy for me to teach because everything is written here. Indicators is what, those chemical substance which help to detect nature of other chemical substance. Example is what, litmus solution. We'll see litmus solutions also. And olfactory, by the name also, odor, right? Odor changes. Suppose onion is there, and then if you'll put normal, if you'll make a paste of onion, right? So the taste will be different, right? Obviously not be good or bad. I'm just saying taste will be something like, let's take the test is what here, X. Now if you put on that acid, then the taste is going to change, right? Again if you put base, then the taste is going to change. So olfactory indicators, those substance which whose odor changes in acidic or basic media are called what, olfactory indicators. Example is what, vanilla, onion, cloves. Smell of onion changes on acid on introducing what, acid as well as base. Now universal indicator, right? Those indicator which not only detect nature of other chemicals, all right, but determine their acidic and basic strength. Universal indicators are the indicators. See, we learned yet, if you will see in acid, base and salt, that yes it is acid, yes it is base, we don't know how much the strength is. Like we learned it is like there is something weak acid and weak base, but we don't know how much it is weak, how much it is strong. So that we can identify by using what, universal indicator. That is we can say by what, pH paper, by what, potent paper. We can say ultimately this pH paper gives what, the pH paper, right? P is what, potent, H is what, this H plus ion, that thing is there. So this gives the strength of acid as well as what, base. So different numbers will be there, 1 to 14. So from that we can identify that which is strong, which is weak. So if you'll see, this is the pH paper, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 if you will see, it is pure blood or water, we can say it is neutral, right? One, if you will see, that is what gastric juice, lemon juice, that is sorry, gastric juice is 1, and 2 is what lemon juice, that is 2.2, that is acidic in nature. Then sodium hydroxide, that is 14, right? Milk of magnesia, that is what 10. So its acidic strength increases from 7 to 0, from 7 to 0. So HCl will be somewhere here in what 1, right? Basic nature, if you will see, from 7 to 14 it increases, from 7 to 14 what it increases. So by this diagram also you can understand in an easy way. Fine. After that we are going to see some indicators, acid bases, right? So red litmus paper turns to what? Blue here. Yeah, blue here. And then we can say what? Red litmus paper remains same in acids and in turns, obviously. B means what? Base. So red to blue, right? Blue litmus paper turns red in acid but remains same in what? Bases. Turmeric, no change in acid. Red, it will convert into what? Red in bases. Phenolphthalein, colorless in acid but pink in what? Pink in this basis, right? So these are the natural indicators, right? Some important, if you will see, importance of what? Importance of pH in everyday life, that we can say our body works within pH range of 7 to 7.8, right? More than that, if it will be there, then again like we'll face more problem. So we'll have living organism can survive only narrow range of what? PH range. This is the range, right? 7 to 7.8. When pH of acid, when pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it is called what? Acid rain. It means what? When this pH is less than 5.6, means you are going towards more acidic. So sulfur, phosphorus, this all things will add on rainwater, and that type of rain is known as what? Acid rain. So this is the importance of what? pH in everyday life. Till here we will see today's class. Next class will continue from the importance of what? pH in everyday's life.